because Trysta Krick's here. A lot to talk with Trysta about, including the BetQL.com props contest. Head over to BetQL.com right now and sign up. You'll automatically be entered to win the grand prize of $10,000. Trysta, before we get there, fam, where's my shoes? I got my shoe plug here, fam. Where's my kicks? You promised me.
I need to get in on that too.
Yeah, like she's like, yo, Trysta hit me in the DM on Twitter, like, yo, my man wants you to get some shoes, model some shoes, and for me and KC, that's not the most outrageous thing. Like antennas went up, like, oh, Trysta, word, okay. What you need from me?
You thought you were about to be a sneaker influencer? I'm telling you, listen, that's what they do. That's how they get you, right? Your ego is through the roof thinking you're about to get some Travis Scott's. I don't know how you feel about the Travis Scott shoes right now, given all the things, but you're like, yeah, now I am set. Just pick out 2 free pairs of shoes. The homie's hooking me up. She's the plug. Yep. What? Yep. Yeah, that's how they got me. They took control of my Twitter right now.
That's how they got you.
That was me. That was not me.
That's how they got you.
They're in control. I hope you didn't click that link or you'd be off Twitter as well.
No, you know what I did? I said that they sent the link and I was like, yeah, cool. Hey, hit me real quick. Nothing.
Hey, yeah.
Yo, just shoot me a text real quick. We're good.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Me. You know who got me was EJ from the Suns broadcast. So his Twitter's gone too.
Oh man.
He's patient 0.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh man, patient 0. They were trying to get them off white.
Yeah.
He's trying to get them off white.
They're about to give me these off-white euros for
EJ, you are a former pro hooper. What are you doing getting got by Kicks on Fire?
Oh man. Bruh.
What are we doing here? And then he got me, and I was like, listen, I grew up poor, so poor, like where you got 1 pair of shoes a year. You know what I mean? You got the in-game shoe, which you had to beg for, and then you got the all-weather, all-school year shoe. Maybe you got one at like the break, right? You go to Nike, the Nike outlet store, you get the Air pennies for $40. And that's what you rock out with from now until the end of this thing. So you tell me I can get some free shoes? All I gotta do is put my kicks on the coffee table, take some photos.
Clearly, by the way, Trysta's never been on our IG page where we'll occasionally put the kicks on the coffee table to get a picture. Deuce Mason just texted me. He's got he got the email too, so he's waiting for the sneakers that he can order too. Oh, don't click on links that people send you, folks. That is the moral of the story. The only link you need.
The sketchy thing was like, oh yeah, just click on this link, just sign up. You'll be all good. It'll be easier if you use your Twitter login. And
yep.
It was 12:15 a.m. too, and so I was like sort of blurry eyed, and I was like, yeah, whatever. And then it was like 4:04. You're out, gone.
The story is so much better knowing that that's how they got you. This is the best. Oh man.
Like, how can one girl be so smart seemingly and so dumb?
You were blurry.
We need them shoes. We need them kicks.
Listen.
We were going to risk it all sometime for them kicks.
Kenny damn near been thrown out of his house 3 times just this year because of the kicks he ordered.
2022.
Yeah. Real talk. Head over to betql.com/props. Sign up for the Giving Props contest. A couple of over-unders. Before we get to some of these over-unders, particularly the ones in the 49ers Cowboys game, you got the Heat Check podcast. We were talking about De'Aaron Fox a minute ago. In the league, do you think De'Aaron is I guess is kind of a played out way of phrasing it, but I can't think of a better way. Is De'Aaron a 1 on a team? Is he a number 1 guy?
I don't know if we know yet. I don't know if we know yet. He's been in Siberia, and God bless him. He's telling the world.
Or oblivion.
We live in Siberia.
Well, I just mean the franchise.
Oblivion too.
Okay.
And so he's telling the world he's happy to stay in Siberia. We know that's a lie, don't we? We know that's a lie. He wants to. Why though? Why?
Actually, Trysta, Sacramento, a cool place. Like there's a bunch of guys that used to play here who get here. The problem is getting here. Like when you think about it, I don't want to.
But I think what she's saying is the problem is the Kings, not Sacramento.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of like playing there, like why would you want to play there right now when you're averaging, your interim head coach has like called you out for the 5th time now. You got Tristan Thompson doing Tristan Thompson things, and you got to be his teammate and like smile at him in the locker room every day, no matter all the news that comes out with him around the bend. And more news has got to drop. And like your man, Rashawn Holmes, who knows when he's going to play again. He got hit in the face, and I haven't seen him since.
Well, he did go into health and safety protocols after that. That's why you haven't seen him. So.
And that was the second time he got hit in the face in like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
He's missed 16 games this year.
It's tough. And I love Rashawn. You guys know how much I love Rashawn. So this team, I feel, needs a change. He needs a change of scenery. And it's not just because of Sacramento, the city. No shade to the city. I have nothing against you. In fact, I'm sure the weather's better there than it is here right now. We've got apparently 30-something inches coming this weekend.
Oh, my gosh.
Mm-hmm. So I'd probably take a job in Sacramento right now if it was offered. Not sure what you guys are up to if you want to do a little swap-a-roo for the month of January, but I think he could be. Here's the thing, though, that I've been thinking about a lot. I believe the league has changed in a way that's not great for building winning basketball on franchises, which is there's not a lot of real point guards in the league anymore. And there's just a bunch of 2 guards that bring the ball up. They're not looking to facilitate. They're not looking to be the floor general. They're not like Rubio and Lowry and to a degree, the rest of like CP3, the rest of these like old school guys who are thinking about Rondo to a degree, even though he's been a little aggressive offensively for my taste, trying to get his own shot off at the sunset of his career. So De'Aaron wants to score, and God bless him, he's very good at that. But I don't know if I would consider him to be like a true one, but the rest of the league is that way too. I'd like to see him pair up with someone who is, though, and see what he can do alongside someone who wants to set him up for success.
Which is why I think so many are anxious that it might be Tyrese Halliburton. And I don't know why I said it that way. Tyrese Halliburton. It's like, no, don't break those two up. Like, let them rock together.
Yeah, and I think that's a possibility. I just think that this franchise right now is in like a crossroads. What are you going to do? Are you going to move pieces who could be real helpful assets to a team that's like wanting to contend? Or do you want to say, okay, from now until us building a new culture with a new coach, Luke Walton era is over. We're going to either rock with Alvin Gentry, probably not, but choose someone else and then start beginning. Like, I think everyone needs to get on the same page about what the identity of this team is. Mm-hmm. And whoever is a part of not competing, whoever's a part of that needs to go. Mm-hmm. I don't know who that is. I'm not close to,
I can tell you.
You know what I mean? Like, but Buddy probably needs to go, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But in order to move Buddy, it seems like you might need to move him with someone else, and I don't know who that is, right? It's
TT, the boy Tristan,
TT, and MB, and
See, you you might not be here, but you know.
But everybody around there, he's like, you're going to give us some firsts along with that? Because we know what these guys are. But I think the identity needs to be recreated. And whoever's not on board with that needs to go.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I've said this all the time, like a person that's going to come into this organization that is going to turn it around, I believe, is going to be somebody that's borderline delusional. We talk about, Ron Artest, they say all the time around here in 2006 or whatever. He got traded here. They were 12, 13 games below 500 halfway through. And he said, we're going to make the playoffs. It sounded crazy. They made the playoffs. You're going to need somebody that's going to come in here and be like, I know all that other stuff that's gone on here in Sacramento has gone on. Doesn't matter. I'm here now. I'm here. That takes a tough individual. Like, that takes a borderline delusional individual. I don't know if De'Aaron Fox has that type of he can't be deterred in that way. I don't know. Time will tell, but I think that's what it's going to take to turn this thing around.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think it's got to be maybe a former star who's now just kind of at the tail end of their career, who knows what it takes to win and has been a part of a winning franchise. It can be a locker room leader, but can still get buckets so that he gets respect, be a pseudo locker room coach. And then you have to bring in a coach who's like really a hard rock too, and not like Alvin Gentry, I'm going to sewer you in the media hard rock. I don't really know what's happening with him in this relationship to the team. It doesn't feel like what he's saying is translating into change. So I don't know. What do you guys think about Doug Collins?
No.
As a coach?
Yeah, in terms of like how he's helping the culture right now. Is he?
You mean Alvin Gentry?
Isn't Doug Collins also on the assistant
Doug
staff?
Doug Christie.
Doug Christie, excuse me.
I was like, Doug Collins. Like, God, no.
I am so sorry.
Doug Collins here.
I am tripping right now. I am sorry.
I'm like, Doug Collins does not scream change.
No.
And Doug, I love Doug Collins, by the way.
Yeah.
Doug Christie.
Doug Christie, excuse me.
Yes, Doug Christie. Yeah, DC is fantastic. It's just, one, I think it's tough when you're in that assistant position. Right. And two, I think the problem at this point is it's the same roster. You have to change the roster. Yep. DC could be the greatest coach of all time. I think Alvin Gentry is a solid guy to have in the soccer room. The roster needs to be changed. That's the issue.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's touch on a couple of these.
Don't ask me about
props.
the Niners game now. Don't ask me about it. I don't want to talk about it. We're in a show bet. Me and you are in a show bet. I just want to say my Cowboys versus your Niners. We're not talking about it. I just want to say.
Oh my!
We're not going to do it. I just don't want to. I don't want to do it. I just don't.
That's what we got. That's what we got going on, Trysta.
I've got the over Debo Samuel rushing yards though.
That's 36.5. That's the over under on the prop bet on giving props. It's over under 36.5 yards for Debo Samuel, over under 2.5 passing touchdowns for Rain Dakota Prescott.
I think he'll make it rain. I do. I think he'll make it rain. He's had multiple touchdowns in half of the games that he's played this year. He broke the touchdown record. I don't see that not continuing. So I like that in the prop as well. But we're in a show bet.
I actually like that one too. I would go over. Doesn't mean you're going to win.
No, it doesn't mean you're going to win, but it's probably going to be plus money if you take it individually.
What's the back having 3 touchdowns?
We got a wager between y'all two? Like what are we doing? We got Cowboys versus Niners here. What are we doing?
I mean, it's whatever, bragging rights. It's whatever. I feel good.
Travis Scott.
Good. You got some off.
I don't feel good, guys. I feel bad.
Yeah, so as a Cowboys fan, you're not comfortable in this one.
No, because you're talking about Mike McCarthy versus Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah.
And Mike McCarthy isn't calling the plays, but he's one of the worst in-game managers I've ever seen. There will be a timeout used that should not have been used and is needed at a time where we cannot use it. Just wait for it. It's probably a Jimmy G fumble that will be called like tuck. It'll be called a forward pass. It's really a fumble with that bum little thumb he's got going. and we won't have a chance to even look at it. Or he'll like try to fake a punt in our own territory or something. Something bad will happen. I don't think we're covering the number. Let me just
I didn't know I could feel any better about this game. I do.
She's got a point though. We know that that's inevitable. Trysta, you're the best as always. Don't open any strange emails. Don't sign up for anything. And thanks for hanging out with us.
You guys are the best. I'm so glad you roasted me about that.
Thanks, Trysta.
Take care, guys.